Greetings. Pretty soon you're going to be finding out about a trading strategy known as Trend Jumper. And there's going to be a lot of review sites out there. Quite frankly, most of them are garbage. Most of these people have never even touched this strategy. Most are just internet marketers. They're not traders. They probably don't even know how to spell the word trader. I'm just kind of joking there. But my point is, we always get hit and inundated with all of these marketing schemes, and it's quite irritating, quite frankly. So this strategy here is known as Trend Jumper, and right now you can pick up free components of this strategy. But I happen to have the full version of Trend Jumper, and I just want to go over quickly in this video one of the most popular pairs out there is the British pound against the US dollar, and obviously I'm going to be covering the spot Forex here. And what I want to show you is with this strategy, it gives you clear-cut entries where your stop goes, and it even offers you a chance to trail down your stop, which can really add to your overall profit. So what I'm going to do is just walk through some of the trades that occurred this year, only this year, okay? Just so you get an idea where we are now. Right now we're in April, and as you can see from looking at this chart right now, there's only a handful of trades where we trade off the daily chart. Okay, so let's take a look at the first trade. Is actually the first trade of the year is a loser, right? We expect losses in trading, right? If you don't get a loss, how are you gonna get wins, right? They're all part and parcel. Which is this trade here was actually it's a long trade that gets triggered, and then you get stopped out. Now there are adjustments that can be made, but I don't want to do too many here. I just want to make adjustments around things that every trader knows to adjust around. Okay, so this first trade you lose 129 pips. Okay, well, remember, this is swing trading. Okay, this is not scalping, this is not day trading. You're going to expect to have a wider risk, but we're also looking for a pretty big profit. What happens is we get this short that sets up right here, and the problem is it's around a key level. And one thing that you learn in the training for the Trend Jumper is there are certain levels that you want to adjust around, and key levels are one of them. Think the 1.6000 level, for example. You don't want to take a trade that's really close to that level. You want to, especially a short trade, obviously, you want to move your entry around that, and that's what happens here. The trade gets triggered. Would have got triggered in here, but like I said in the training, they talk huge about key level adjustments, and especially in the spot Forex market, we know what those are, right? The 50s, the 100 levels, and obviously key swing highs and swing lows. And you don't get taken into this trade until this red candle right here, and this trade goes down for a quick 204 pips of profits. Now we've made back definitely what we've lost here. We don't get another setup until in this area right here we get our setup. Okay, as you can see. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the trailing aspect of this, but for now we're just going to go with what's printed on the chart. Over here we made a key level adjustment. Over here there's none to make. Okay, trade gets triggered in here. As you can see, we get an add-on trade here, which I'll cover in a second. This trade goes down 464 pips of profit. You can't see them. Behind this blue line is actually the profit targets that you're going to be going for. If you take the add-on trade, it's an extra 373 pips. So far, just this year, on just taking the trades that show up without doing much adjustment around anything, you're over 900 pips worth of profit. Now, let me show you the great thing about Trend Jumper. Let me just show you right here. If you've been trading for any length of time, you know that in swing trading, one thing you really want to do is try to let these profits run. And one of the best ways to let profits run is through a trailing strategy. Now, even though when we went through this chart originally, we look at these profit targets, what if we didn't take a profit target? What if we used in and moved our stop down according to this trailing stop? Here's what happens. You see we get a spike up here at this one, but remember we talked about key level adjustments. Right here is a swing. See how close it is to this? You'd move your stop around there. Okay. This is all covered in the training, and you'll figure that one out pretty quickly, actually. You want to adjust around swing highs, swing lows. You want to swing around, move your profit targets and your stops, etc., around the key levels as well. So what happens is you'd still be in this trade right here, and this would be your stop. Okay, so you would have 622 pips on this short. You'd have 570 here, for a total this year right now of 1,267 pips worth of profit just trading the British pound against the US dollar. Now, who knows what size your account is, but you can just do the math here, knowing what a standard lot, a mini lot, micro lots, and a combination of all that is. So that's I'm just going to cover the British pound for today, and just clean this chart up a little bit. And this is just one of the pairs that are covered in the trade plans that come with Trend Jumper, and I've seen them, and I've actually been going through one of the futures trade plans as well, which is it's been pretty stellar. Let me see if I can just bring that up here 1 second. Actually, to keep this video nice and short, I'm just going to cover the British pound today, and then we'll look over a few other markets later on. But in the meantime, I highly suggest that you pick up the free version of this strategy, and you can find that link just below this video here. Okay, so like I said, you're going to see a lot of review sites popping up there, but I'm telling you straight up right now, these guys, they're just marketers. Okay, if you they don't have a clue about trading for the most part, but and that's the nature of the business, right? Do your due diligence, that's for sure. But head over to the link below and pick up the free version of this, the Trend Jumper, and give it a spin. It's free. Hey, what do you got to lose? All right, we'll talk soon.